Hi guys, Steve up at the property, and today what I wanted to do was a little digression. A lot of times we will show some stuff that I'm fixing, like whether it be the backhoe, the ride-on mower, the lawn mower, but today I want to see if we could fix our truck. A few weeks ago, I'm sorry, it was long ago than that, when the house was being put up, I was driving around right by the house. I backed up into a tree, cracked the rear taillight, and that had to be replaced. So it was replaced. It has all the electronics in it. Nowadays, it's not just the taillight lens that you can replace. It's the whole unit that has the blind spot detector in the taillight. So it was very expensive. And I picked it up actually on my way here. I dropped off my car so they could do some work on that. And I picked up the truck, loaded it up from my car, and just drove straight from there to here. And within 10 minutes, I get a code on the dash saying cross drive, blind spot, non-functioning, something to that effect. And then all of a sudden, because of that electrical snafu, things like the heat stops working, the driver's seat starts moving, the front window won't roll down, but the backs do, and the automatic steps that come out so you can get in and out of the truck, they don't work. Crazy, right? So I went to YouTube, our favorite friend, and there's a guy with a similar truck. It was an F350, similar year, and he's got the same problems because of the rear taillight. His was because it was wet. Now mine was replaced. So what I'm thinking is that it's the connection. So what I did was I went to the auto parts store. I was looking for a product I used to have that was called wire dryer. Sometimes if your ignition wires on your car would get wet, the car wouldn't run right. So you'd spray the stuff on it and it would sap all the moisture out of the ignition wires or the distributor cap, and it would make the car run good. Couldn't find it, but what I did find was a little air blaster. So a little can of compressed air. So I'm gonna pop out with 2 bolts, rear taillight, see if it could get any moisture out of the connection and see if that fixes it. Because I live 120 some odd miles away from here. And I don't want to drive home and have the heat go out when it's like 20 degrees. That would be rather uncomfortable. So let's see if we can fix that. Okay. Here's what it's saying. Cross traffic system fault. Blind spot system fault. And come down here. See no heated seats. No heat at all. And let's see if the windows work. Yeah, you see the front ones don't. But you hear that? The backs do. That's weird. Alright, the side view mirrors will draw in, draw out. And God, I hope yeah, and you see the steps, automatic steps don't come out. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take a big step down my 60-year-old hips. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing to work. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to work on it with these Carhart work gloves I got from Amazon. Something tells me it's probably not gonna work. So this is the tail light. It's got 2 bolts, and then it should just pull straight out. I just grabbed my box of tools I have in the truck. Wow, it's small. Okay. All right, it doesn't come straight back. It comes out this way. I didn't break anything, thank God. Okay. Now, the old broken taillight, I think due to rain and everything, got filled up with water. Though I don't know why it would have gotten the connection wet. Doesn't seem wet. Just thinking maybe the wiring. Yeah, we'll blow it out. So I went to the local auto parts store, got a can of blow-off auto duster. Yep, that was it. All right, I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't see any burnt, crimped, cut wires. This looks fine. I mean, it's brand new. All right. All right, that's all there is to it. I got a feeling this isn't going to work because it didn't seem to be wet, which would mean that there's probably an electrical problem. And the thing is, I just paid a lot of money to have this replaced. So the guy said, bring it back. So we'll, hopefully they did fix it, but we'll see. If not, they'll fix it. All right, let's, I'm going to clean up. Well, a little bit. And we'll give it a try. Well, I just fired it up. And it always acts fine for the first couple of minutes. And then you'll get the error message. So I gotta sit here and wait for a little bit, I guess. Tell you what I'll do. Let's drive around a little bit around the property. See what happens, and I'll come back. All right, guys, we're back. I drove all the way into town to Dairy Queen, got myself a 4-strip chicken meal, ate, drove back, and no problems. Everything seems to be working. I got my heat on, off. My seat is getting warm. The windows go up and down, and my step work comes out when I need it to. So, gee, it looks like it's been repaired. I mean, each time I've driven the truck since I picked up, it would have tripped into those glitches where stuff stopped working. It happened, the first time was the longest I drove with it, driving correctly, and that was only maybe 5, 6, 7 miles. I drove more than that just now. And since then, it's only gotten worse, where I really couldn't go much, maybe it lasted 2 minutes. This has been going on for, well over half an hour, I think. All right, guys. So that looks like it's fixed. I'm really happy because I really didn't want to drive home in 20-degree weather with no heat in the truck. So that's huge. And all it cost me was that little can of compressed air to blow out any moisture or debris that was in that connection. That's kind of weird, but I'm glad that's it. I'm glad it's fixed. It was really bothering me. I really wanted to come up here and get more work done, but this kind of detracted the whole day and made it difficult for me to work. Usually, I'll do a chore and then I'll go hop in the truck and warm up so I can come back out and do some more, but this made it impossible. So that's done, and hopefully next time I come up here, there won't be any issues. I'll be able to come up here, get some chores done. Now, I had mentioned in my other video, I wanted to come up. This is not my excavator. It belongs to guys that hopefully are going to be digging the trench for the power to the house. But those are my logs that I want to come in with the backhoe, pick them up with the backhoe and cut them into rounds, like 18-inch long rounds, and then stack them up somewhere so they could dry out and so I could split them. But I'm not doing that with this excavator here, so I'll have to call him and see if he could move the thing or dig the trench to get the power in here so I can get, if I get power to the house, I can get heat in the house. I won't be able to use the bathroom because I have no water and I have no septic. But that's another story for another day. All right, guys. Thanks for tagging along with me this week. I'll catch you next time.